Welcome to History with Herodotus, where the past comes alive through the power of storytelling and the precision of historical inquiry. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to explore the majestic Venetian Republic, a city-state that once dominated the Mediterranean with its unparalleled wealth, innovative governance, and breathtaking architecture. As we delve into the captivating history of this maritime empire, you will be transported to the sun-kissed lagoons, bustling markets, and grand piazzas of Venice, where the whispers of the past await our discovery. In the misty dawn of the 5th century, as the Western Roman Empire was crumbling beneath the weight of barbarian invasions, a group of refugees from the mainland sought shelter in the scattered islands of the Venetian lagoon. These early settlers, primarily fishermen and salt workers, laid the foundation for what would become one of the most remarkable civilizations in human history. The islands, with their treacherous waters and muddy shoals, proved to be a natural fortress against invaders, allowing the inhabitants to develop a unique culture that was both fiercely independent and intimately connected to the sea. As we navigate the formative years of Venice, we find ourselves in the midst of a Byzantine world, where the Eastern Roman Empire, with its capital in Constantinople, exerted significant influence over the region. The Venetians, adept at navigating the complex web of alliances and trade agreements, soon established themselves as crucial intermediaries between the Byzantine Empire and the Western world. This strategic position would propel Venice to the forefront of Mediterranean commerce, as its merchants and sailors traversed the seas, exchanging goods, ideas, and cultures with an astonishing array of civilizations. The early Venetians, living in a fragile balance between land and water, developed a profound respect for the sea and its rhythms. Theirs was a world of tides and tempests, where the very survival of the community depended on the skillful harnessing of maritime resources. As we explore the nascent years of Venice, we encounter figures like Paoluccio Anafesto, who would become the first Doge of Venice, and the enigmatic Duke Agnellus, whose leadership helped shape the city's early institutions. These pioneers, through their vision and perseverance, laid the groundwork for a republic that would thrive for centuries, its people bound together by a shared sense of purpose and a deep connection to the Adriatic Sea. As the 8th century unfolded, Venice began to consolidate its power, forging alliances with neighboring cities and asserting its dominance over the lagoon. The city's unique system of government, which balanced the authority of the Doge with the counsel of a wise and experienced nobility, started to take shape. This was an era of great upheaval and transformation, as the Venetians adapted to the shifting landscape of European politics and the relentless pressures of trade and commerce. And yet, amidst these challenges, Venice remained steadfast, its people driven by an unyielding determination to build a city that would endure for generations, a testament to human ingenuity and the indomitable spirit of a community forged in the crucible of the sea. As the 9th century dawned, Venice found itself at the forefront of a rapidly changing Mediterranean world. The city's strategic location at the crossroads of East and West made it an irresistible hub for merchants, travelers, and diplomats. In 840, the Venetians signed a significant trade agreement with the Byzantine Empire, granting them privileged access to the lucrative markets of Constantinople. This pact would prove instrumental in cementing Venice's position as a dominant force in Mediterranean commerce, as its merchants began to ply the seas with increasing frequency, exchanging goods such as salt, grain, and textiles for precious spices, silks, and metals. One of the most pivotal events in Venetian history occurred in 828, when two Venetian merchants, Buono and Rustico, returned from a trading expedition to Alexandria, bringing with them the relics of Saint Mark, the Evangelist. These sacred remains, carefully concealed in a basket of pork to evade Muslim inspectors, were destined to become the symbol of Venice's spiritual identity and a powerful catalyst for the city's growth. The construction of the magnificent Basilica di San Marco, begun in 829, would serve as a testament to the Venetians' deep devotion to their adopted patron saint and provide a breathtaking backdrop for the city's burgeoning prosperity. As the centuries passed, Venice continued to expand its influence, forging alliances with neighboring cities and gradually consolidating its control over the lagoon. In 1018, the Doge, Otto Orseolo, launched a successful campaign against the pirate strongholds of the Dalmatian coast, securing vital trade routes and cementing Venice's reputation as a formidable naval power. This military triumph was soon followed by a series of shrewd diplomatic maneuvers, including the signing of the Pactum Lothari in 840, which formally recognized Venetian sovereignty over the lagoon and its surrounding territories. The 11th century saw the rise of some of Venice's most iconic figures, including the Doge, Domenico Salvo, who oversaw the construction of the Rialto Bridge and played a key role in shaping the city's early institutions. It was during this period that the Venetians also began to develop their unique system of governance, which balanced the authority of the Doge with the counsel of a wise and experienced nobility. As the Venetian statesman Marino Sanudo would later observe, the government of Venice is like a rich tapestry, woven from threads of gold and silk, with each strand carefully intertwined to create a fabric of unparalleled strength and beauty. In 1082, Venice signed a historic treaty with the Norman king, Robert Guiscard, securing valuable trade concessions and marking the beginning of a long and complex relationship between the Venetians and the rising powers of southern Italy. This agreement would have far-reaching consequences as Venice began to expand its influence into the Adriatic and beyond, establishing a network of trading posts and colonies that would stretch from the Black Sea to the shores of North Africa. As the 12th century unfolded, Venice found itself at the center of a maelstrom of international politics, with the city's diplomats and merchants navigating the treacherous waters of Byzantine intrigue, Norman ambition, and papal politics. In 1122, the Venetians launched a successful campaign against the pirate stronghold of Tyre, securing a vital foothold in the Holy Land and paving the way for their future dominance of the Mediterranean trade. This military triumph was soon followed by a series of impressive architectural achievements, including the construction of the magnificent St. Mark's Campanile, begun in 1156, which would become an iconic symbol of Venice's power and sophistication. As the 12th century gave way to the 13th, Venice found itself at the pinnacle of its power, with a vast trading empire that spanned the Mediterranean and a reputation for cunning diplomacy and naval prowess. However, this period of unparalleled success was not without its challenges, as the city faced increased competition from rival powers such as Genoa and Pisa, and struggled to maintain its delicate balance of power in the face of rising tensions between the Byzantine Empire and the Holy Roman Empire. In 1204, Venice played a pivotal role in the Fourth Crusade, which saw the city's merchants and sailors provide crucial support to the crusading armies as they sacked the Byzantine capital of Constantinople. This event marked a significant turning point in Venetian history, as the city's leaders began to consolidate their power and expand their influence into the eastern Mediterranean. As the Venetian historian Andrea Dandolo would later observe, the conquest of Constantinople was a great triumph for Venice, but it also marked the beginning of a new era of complexity and challenge for our city. Over the next several centuries, Venice continued to thrive, with its merchants and traders establishing a vast network of commercial relationships that stretched from the Black Sea to the shores of North Africa. The city's famous arsenal, established in the 12th century, became one of the largest and most advanced shipbuilding facilities in the Mediterranean, producing some of the most impressive warships and merchant vessels of the age. Venice also became a center of learning and culture, with scholars such as Marco Polo and Petrarch drawing on the city's vast resources and intellectual heritage to produce some of the most influential works of the medieval period. However, as the centuries passed, Venice began to face increasing challenges, including the rise of powerful rival states such as the Ottoman Empire and the decline of its traditional trading networks. In 1453, the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople marked a significant blow to Venetian power and influence, as the city's merchants and traders were forced to adapt to a new and increasingly hostile commercial environment. As the Venetian statesman Paolo Morosini would later lament, the fall of Constantinople was a disaster for Venice, and it marked the beginning of a long and difficult period of decline and adjustment for our city. Despite these challenges, Venice continued to endure, with its leaders and citizens displaying remarkable resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. In the 16th century, the city underwent a significant cultural and artistic renaissance, as artists such as Titian and Tintoretto produced some of the most iconic works of the Venetian school. The city's famous carnival, established in the 11th century, also continued to thrive, with its elaborate masks, costumes, and festivities drawing visitors from all over Europe. Today, the legacy of the Venetian Republic can be seen in the city's stunning architecture, its vibrant cultural heritage, and its enduring influence on Western art, literature, and politics. As the Italian historian Fernand Braudel once observed, Venice is a city that has been shaped by the sea, and its history is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and creativity in the face of adversity. The Venetian Republic may have concluded its formal existence in 1797 when it was absorbed into the Habsburg Empire, but its impact on the world continues to be felt. From the grandeur of St. Mark's Square to the intricate networks of trade and commerce that still shape our global economy. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.